Okay guys, so we will now go to the part where we will retrieve all the users from the loaded array. Okay, so in my case from the previous video when I built and run this, it got crashed. So because here we need to, in the scroll view did scroll, here we'll add one more condition to secure our app, which will be and users.count is more than limit, means it is already loaded, let's say 10 more than equals or more than limit, then it will execute the load more. So it means if it is already loaded, then it will execute it. Okay, now everything is fine. And I can type and I can search. Okay, very good. So now we are going to the table views two protocols. Here, instead of number of rows 0, we'll write here dot users.count. But as you know, we might have a couple of table views here. Here will be the requests of the friendship, and here will be the search table view. Okay, as you know, this both of them are overlaid. Okay, so here I will create one if statement. I'll write here if table view, that is the one, is equals to search table view, then return the users. Else, let's for a while we'll put return 0. For search table view, show total number of cells equals to found users or equals to searched users. Okay, outstanding. Then we are going to program the configuration of the cell. Okay, so I'll remove this. It was temporary for us. And definitely first, again, we want to do the check. If the table view is search table view, then we want to do the manipulation. So here I'll write if the table view equals to search table view, then open the curly brackets and whatever we write inside of the curly brackets. Okay. If search, if currently is used search table view, configure cell accordingly. Okay, great. And here inside, first of all, as usual, definitely want to create or we want to access the cell. So here we'll write if let, or we'll just write let cell equals to search table view dot deque reusable cell with the identifier and the index path. Identifier will be cell, index path will be index path, and we'll cast it as exclamation mark search user cell. Okay, this identifier, you remember we already declared it in the main storyboard. We're going to the main storyboard. Then we will find our friend's VC. Then we will select, that is the one, the cell. In the attributes inspector, the identifier, we have gotten cell. Okay, let's come back to our coding part. And here, that one is access cell inside search table view. We're casting this as search user cell in order to access these two objects in this, which where we made outlet connections. Okay, so we will write simply to access the first name and last name from the cell from the array. So we'll write first name equals to users, then open and close square brackets, write index path dot row, exclamation mark, then again open and close square brackets, write first name. And let's cast it as string, Then we're accessing last name, let last name equals to users, open and close square brackets, then in the square brackets index path dot row, coming out from the square brackets, exclamation mark, then in the open and again open and close square brackets, and in the square brackets we'll write quotation marks, and in the quotation marks we'll write last name, and we cast it as string. Okay, we've accessed first name and last name, then we'll now make it united. Cell dot full name label dot text will be equals to first name dot capitalized first name dot capitalized. Okay, what it advises us. Yeah, we can remove, by the way, this exclamation mark, which is okay, capitalized. Then we'll add a space plus double quotation marks with the space inside. Then again plus last name dot capitalized. This is here we are formatting full name. And here now we'll write Avast logic. Well, this is already what we have wrote and what I will copy from the home view controller. In the home view controller, we have here Avast logic. I'll copy this block of code. In my case, it's 1054 line, or it is in the function. Let's say will display for road index path. Table view will display for road index path. So I'll just copy this Ava logic. I'm coming back to the friends vc.swift. This is just in order to save your time, first of all. Okay, and I will insert it right over here. Okay, so this is what I have right now inserted. That is the block of the code. You can pause the video and you can type it yourself. Okay, so first we will try to access the Ava path from the users array. This is our array of the class. Then we will create a separate constant Ava URL which will access the path of this Ava. Then we'll write if number of users are not equal to number of Avas, means there is something to be loaded. Then we will execute this code. Failed if error is not nil, so it failed to download the image. Then it will assign the placeholder here. And if there is no error, it will skip this and it will go here. It will download. We are converting data. We're accessing data received from the server. That is the one. And we cache it. We append it to our array, and then we show it inside of our image view. Okay, very good. In case if number of users equals to number of Avas, then it will just simply show downloaded image. Okay, and here finally we need to return cell, and it will show us the error because we're considering here only one case if the table view searched equals to search table view. But what if it is not? So here we must write else open and close curly brackets, and here you can write return UI table view cell open and close round brackets. Okay, so I'm sure that is now quite clear enough, but to clarify for you some of the moments, what I will do is I'll go to the load, this is the one, search bar, start searching, did change, and here I'll just print for you JSON, print JSON. I'll just show you something now. Okay, so here I'll try to search for the James. It's getting crashed. Okay, yeah. So one of the best way, rather than force downcasting this, will be, let's say, the following. Here, where we will write, here var ava URL equals to URL open the round bracket, select the method with the string, and as a string write http ://, and that's it. So initially it will be blank URL. If avastring is not empty, or avastring is empty equals false, means if it is not empty, then inside this we'll write ava URL will be equals to URL, open the round bracket, select the method with the string, and here we'll write ava string. Okay. Else we will, if it is empty, what we can do is we can immediately here assign the placeholder image. But first, let's test it in this way. Yeah, and here we can force downcast it now. Okay, we are now going to our local host in PHP. I'll make sure that my users are having the Ava image. Okay, so here I'll just copy Ava and I will insert it for all of the users. Okay, so in my case, all the users are having the profile picture. Okay, I'll search now for the James, and yes, this is cell height, we must adjust it. I'm going back to our Xcode project. I'm going now to view the load, and here we need to write search table view dot row height will be UI table view automatic dimension. Then we'll write search table view dot estimated row height. It will be 110 if I'm not mistaken in the main storyboard, but let me reconfirm this. I'm going now to main storyboard and I'll check the height of the cell. Okay, it's 100 by the way. Okay, here auto determined cell height, table view row height, it's the same. Okay, we will now build and run this, and everything must work very well. Okay, I'll search now for Mr. James. Still, it is not. I believe there are some problems with the alignment. Yes, absolutely, we did not align this. Okay, we're going back to Game Master Board. Select your Ava image view. Select the alignment, top, left, and bottom, and the same width. Very good. Select your full name, Control left mouse click, drag it to the image, make it center vertically. Then again, hold Control left mouse click, drag it to the picture, right horizontal spacing, and then it will advise us to adjust. Actually, I do not prefer authorizing. What I will do is I'll drag it till here, and I will add trailing space as well. That is the one. Okay, we'll now build and run. Okay, oops, yeah, quite funny moment. So we have here two options which we can do. We're going to friends VC. Let's try to comment these 2 lines. Okay, so I'm going back to main storyboard, and we will just remake the outlet auto layout in a different way. Select these 2 objects and clear constraints. So for the cell, we will use top, left, bottom, and I will keep the same width. And the same height, by the way. Yes, that was the issue. And the same height. Okay, hold Control, center vertically, then horizontal spacing. And then hold Control, left click, drag it here, trailing space. Okay, we can now build around this. Now everything will work fine. It got stretched by vertically because we did not set the height of this. Okay, by the way, guys, when we first time load or with the first time offset, the skip value will keep 0 because no use to put it as skip, because definitely as the first launch it will be 0. Okay, so then that is it. Everything looks fine. And the only thing that we need also to update is when the search button, cancel button click, we also need to remove all the users. Self.users or just users dot remove all, keep capacity false, remove all searched result. And then we want to update this search stable view dot reload data. This will happen when we will we'll click the cancel button. Okay, so here I'll search for the user, let's say Bob, that is the one, and I have placed this profile picture for him, and I'll click cancel and everything now disappeared. So we will search now for the James or Joseph. So this is how it works. And we click cancel, everything deleted. So that is really outstanding, guys. One more thing which you can do in case if the status is 400, you can remove all the search results. Okay, so let's go and do this. I'll copy this line. We are now going to the HTTP request. Right here, we'll write if let status equals to JSON question mark, then in the square brackets, let's access the value under the key status, and we'll cast it as string, then open curly brackets and close it. In the curly brackets, we'll write if status equals to 200, then we will write this. Show no users if nothing is found. Okay, let's now here, yeah, we need to write self dot, and here also self dot. Okay, let's do the final test. Okay, so here we have Bob, and I will type more. So still it showing us something because it's not this block of code is not getting executed. Yes, it's supposed to be 400. This was actually the mistake. So if there will be the status 400, so we want no users to be thrown back. Let's say that is the behavior what we exactly wanted. So that is really amazing, guys. So we have done with the searching the users, and that is really outstanding result, guys. Congratulations, good job.